I'm here today to do another Top 5 Wednesday. I'm actually really excited to be filming this video because I've never filmed a pre-video for New York City Comic Con before. For those that don't know, New York City Comic Con is a big convention. It's the biggest one on the East Coast, I think. On the West Coast, San Diego happens, and it is basically, for me, it's a more laid-back version of BEA and BookCon because there are so many people there and not everyone's going for books. So the publishing houses have started to release their schedules, and I always make a very detailed list. So I have chosen the 5 books that I really want from New York City Comic Con this year. They just sound really awesome, and they come out later in the year, so I would have to wait a long time to get them. But as I always say in any of these videos or any of the cons that I go to, if I walk out with nothing, I simply go for the experience. I'm super happy. But these are the books that I would love to get my hands on early. And let's dive into them. The first book I'm going to chat about in this video is Kingdom of Black by Mary Lou. This one, I'm reading the summary of Kingdom of Black, and oh my god, now I must get my hands on this book. So it's basically about these 2 siblings. It's a historical fiction book, and they're both musical prodigies. One is called Nerea Mozart, and her younger brother is called Wolfgang Mozart. And it is illegal for women to be a composer in the society, and she's only allowed to compose music until she gets married, basically. And that's kind of her life and where she's being dealt. And her brother is starting to eclipse her fame or eclipse her ability, and that seems so interesting. So totally on my list. I really hope to get my hands on it. I read the Mistwick School of Music Craft this year, and I really wound up liking that book. And it's a world of historical fiction where spins a lush literature told of music, magic, and the unbreakable bond between a brother and a sister. I love books about sibling dynamics, and I've been really enjoying historical fiction books recently, so I really hope that I wind up getting my hands on this early. Even if I don't, I'm definitely adding it to my to-buy list because it sounds incredible. Is the book that I adored last year at New York City Comic Con, and last year it was Slayer by Kirsten White, and this book is Chosen by Kirsten. The series is set like after the seven season TV show of Buffy, and it follows 2 sisters. I think that they're sisters. I don't think that they're twins. And it's kind of set in the aftermath of Buffy's world. The first book was really interesting, really compelling, a very fast-paced read, and I actually wound up really liking it. I just briefly read the summary. I'm not going to tell you guys the summary because I don't want to spoil you. But I'm very excited for it. I really like the characters in that book. I love the setting, and I thought it was a different take on a Slayer, and a different take on a Watcher. So I really hope that I wind up liking the second book as much as I liked the first book, and I will definitely give you guys my thoughts. This book comes out in early January. Chat about is Of Curses and Kisses by Sanaya Manyan, who is the author of When Dimple Met Rishi, What About Sweetie, and a couple of other books. But this is her first foray out of contemporary, so I'm really excited for it. Is pitched as Beauty and the Beast at an elite boarding school. Sounds to me more like Romeo and Juliet at a boarding school, but it basically follows these 2 characters, Prince Jaya Rama. Nothing's more important than family. When a loathsome Emerson clan steps up to the centuries-old feud to target Jaya's little sister, nothing will keep Jaya from exacting revenge. When Jaya finds out she's attending the same elite boarding school as Grey Emerson, she feels the opportunity of a lifetime. She wants to make Grey fall in love with her and break his heart. But much to Jaya's annoyance, Grey's beauty, demeanor, and Lupin vibes have drawn her in. There's simply no way she and her sworn enemy could find a happily ever after, right? That sounds incredible. I'm really excited for it, and I'm definitely going to be trying my hardest to get it. I love when mostly contemporary authors dive into fantasy because they normally have a really good balance of it. That sounds really interesting, and I really hope that I'm able to get a copy early because it comes out in February 18th, so I'd have to wait a while. But it sounds really interesting, and I'm totally game. About is another author that's foraying out of contemporary and into fantasy, and that is Adam Silvera for Infinity Sun. Adam Silvera's books is they are heartbreaking. So I'm really curious to see how he's going to mix that in with the fantasy book. But it basically follows these two characters. They're set in New York. They idolize their spellwalkers and their society. The sworn to rid the world of specters. While the space workers and other celestial beings of world power, specters take them, violently stealing the essence of endangered magical creatures. Bryden wishes that he had the power so he could join the fray, and Mills wants to fight to stop a cycle of violence to take a toll, making it harder for anyone with power to live peacefully and openly. In this climate of fear, a gang of specters is growing bolder by the day. And in a brawl after a protest, Emil manifests a power of his own, one that puts him right at the heart of a conflict and sets him out to be the heroic spellworker Bryden always wanted to be. Brother, love, loyalty will be put to the test, and no one will escape the fight unscathed. Again, this is another book about sibling dynamics, about magic, set in New York City, which I love, and I'm really hopeful that I like it and I'm able to get my hands on it. Because I know everyone and their mother is going to want this book at New York City Comic Con. But either way, I will definitely be checking out in early January. What I'm going to chat about in this video is All the Stars and Teeth by Adeline Grace. Kind of honest, this book is kind of a cover buy because the cover to get for because the cover is so pretty. I know it has to do with mermaids. I know it has to do with a princess that is under a lot of pressure and her powers aren't what they think, and then she has to go on the run, I think. But it's set underwater, and there's pirates involved. I'm totally here. I really wound up loving The Daughter of a Pirate Queen duology. I actually really liked To Kill a Kingdom as well. So I'm hopeful that this book will have a similar feel for it, but I'm really excited for it. So hopefully I like it. So those are the top 5 books that I really do want from New York City Comic Con. I don't know what I'm gonna wind up getting, but those are the 5 that I definitely have my eye on. Let me know in the comments if there's some books that I missed or you think I should be also keeping my eye on. But whether or not for the month of October, I'm going to be giving you guys my hauls on Wednesday. So keep an eye out for that. I normally have 5 hauls by the end of the month. So keep an eye out for that. And I'll talk to you guys later for another update or another video. Bye, guys.